Adventure tourers are the new crush for Indian bikers, and for a good reason. Given the brilliant road conditions of our country, even a normal commute turns into an adventure. And to tackle this, an adventure tourer is your best bet. The V-Strom 250 SX is Suzuki's first and only attempt in the affordable ADV segment. Now, I must admit that I didn't like this motorcycle during our first ride in Manali. But as they said, everyone deserves a second chance. So has the V-Strom managed to impress us? Here's its 5,000 km long-term report. This 250cc engine is quite familiar, that as we have seen on the Gixxer 250 twins. The engine feels quite sprightly and offers you good acceleration. Having said that, the engine feels a lot gruff. You can feel vibrations at low speeds. While they aren't too harsh, but they are omnipresent. You can hear a lot of engine noise, and the exhaust note isn't particularly good, and you're not going to win any fans. Having said that, this engine can cruise. You can hold speeds around 100 to 120 kph rather easily. However, the vibes are omnipresent. On very hot days, you can feel a bit of engine heat on your feet. However, it isn't boiling hot. So apart from the Gruff engine, the other issue with the V-Strom SX is its gearbox. The gearbox feels clunky and requires a lot of effort to shift. Now, while riding at Manali, I thought because it's a new motorcycle, things will improve after clocking a few kilometers. But even after clocking 5,000 kilometers, the gear shift is very hard, and this can be really irritating in city traffic. However, the clutch action is very light. The LED headlight does offer good spread and throw. So you might be wondering what's the issue? And the simple answer is the LED headlight itself. You see, they work well in isolation, but the moment there is some surrounding light, you can't see anything on the road. This made my night rides from Pune to Mumbai difficult, and a simple fix is to add aux lamps. But then your warranty will get affected. While the brakes offered good bite initially, after clocking a few thousand kilometers, its effectiveness has reduced. This means that I have to go on the brakes a bit earlier than I would have liked. They aren't bad, but they aren't as sharp as before. Maybe replacing the pads in the next service might solve this issue, or you can always upgrade the brake pads. And on to my final issue with the V-Strom 250, and that is its seat height. At 835 mm, the seat height of the V-Strom is quite tall. Now, I'm 5'10" and I weigh around 100 kg, and for me, this isn't much of an issue, but still, as you can see, I can't flat foot. So for shorter riders, this could be a bit of concern. And when you compare to its rivals like the Himalayan and the X-Pulse, the V-Strom is on the higher end. And for shorter riders, this isn't a great option because of this. 19-17-inch wheel setup, 1440 mm wheelbase. Now this specs are perfect for an adventure tourer, but the thing with the V-Strom 250 is that it shrinks in size when you start riding. The front end feels like you're riding a motorcycle with a 17-inch wheel, and that gives it great agility. You can tip into corners rather easily when cornering fast, and when you are weaving through traffic, it is very quick on its feet. The second thing are the tires. Now these tires have an off-road pattern, but you need to trust them. And once you start trusting them, you can carry massive lean angles through the corners. Yes, the front can feel a bit wallowy, but trust those tires and you will have a lot of fun. And the V-Strom 250 has great handling for a motorcycle of this segment. And I would like to share one tale. We were heading back from Goa to Pune, and in that ride, Amar was riding the Scram 411. Now, Amar is a much lighter and a quicker rider than me, but he was struggling to keep up with me. Now, I would like to believe it's all down to my brilliant riding dynamics or skills, but that's not the case. It's all because of the V-Strom chassis. The balance it offers is superb, and the V-Strom is clearly the best handling motorcycle in its segment. Okay, let me be clear that the suspension setup isn't as good as, say, the Hero X-Pulse or even the Royal Enfield Himalayan. The V-Strom 250 is more of a sports tourer rather than a hardcore ADV. Think of it like this motorcycle is like the Ducati Multistrada V4 rather than the BMW R1250 GS. On small bumps, potholes and even speed breakers, the V-Strom feels at home and the suspension works well. However, if the potholes are deep and the bumps are sharp, you will feel those jolts. And when you feel those jolts, you will have to stand up, and then you will realize that the V-Strom is better suited for minor trails. And when you stand up, you also realize that it doesn't have a very good standing up position because the exhaust muffler fouls with your feet. Apart from the engine that can do speeds between 100 to 120 kph all day, what makes the V-Strom 250 an able tourer is its ergonomics. The riding position is upright and the wide handlebar offers you good leverage. Adding to the comfort factor is the large seat, which offers loads of real estate, and seat padding is also spot on for long hours on the road. The small windshield helps keep wind blast at bay, and the rider gets a commanding view of the road as well. Okay, getting on the pillion seat can be a task, especially for shorter riders. But once you're aboard, you will be in a happy space, and the reason for that is space itself. The pillion rider has ample space and you don't sit very close to the rider. Also, the grab handle is easy to hold and the ride quality, even with a pillion, isn't too bad. And now let us talk about the most important number, and that is fuel efficiency. The best figure that I have got on the V-Strom 250 is 36 kmpl and the worst has been 31 kmpl. Now most of my riding has been Mumbai-Pune runs and a lot of city riding. With a fuel tank capacity of 12 liters, you are looking forward to a real world range of 330 to 350 kilometers, which is great for touring. The other aspect about the V-Strom 250 that is impressive is its quality. Even after riding the bike for many thousands of kilometers, the body panels are still intact and there are no rattles or squeaks. Do you believe in love at first sight, or should I walk past you again? Now, as cheesy as this line sounds, that is exactly what happened between the V-Strom and me. Initially, I didn't like this motorcycle, but now I love it. The thing with the V-Strom is that it isn't a perfect motorcycle and has a lot of flaws. But what it does good, it does so brilliantly. To quote Shakespeare, what's in a name? And I say a lot. The biggest problem for this motorcycle is its name. The name V-Strom carries a lot of legacy of a hardcore off-roader for the brand Suzuki. And the Suzuki V-Strom 250 is a sports tourer in the guise of an adventure tourer. So if you are looking for a motorcycle that is great at commuting and can munch miles under 2.5 lakh rupees, the V-Strom 250 is perfect. But if you want a hardcore off-roader, look somewhere else.